Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our, I guess I keep calling it our ungrand reopening, because we've never closed. For the last 2 years, this building has undergone renovation. So those of you who followed it carefully knew that phase one was to move the second floor down to the first floor. We operated down here for a year. Once that was done, the first floor moved up to the second floor for a year. Now, this floor is done, and we have now moved back. Effective tomorrow, we will finally, once again, be the main library with 2 floors. Over this past year, this library has begun to be busier than ever. And even though we were restricted to 1 floor, for those of you who like numbers, last year, this building alone circulated over 150,000 items to the Edison community. And that's part of the total last year of approximately 420,000 items. So we are the busiest library in the Stellar Consortium. We're very proud of that. And we make sure that we participate with our friends and neighbors and colleagues, many of whom are here, and I'll introduce them when I get a chance to speak a little bit more about the library and what we have. We're going to start today's unceremony with a little chat talk from the Library Board President, Anthony DiPasquale.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Tony Pasquale, and I have the honor of serving as the president of the Edison Library Board of Trustees. And before I begin, I just want to introduce a few people that are here. I first want to introduce Margot Harris, who is a former council president here at Edison. And we do have a new member of the council, is Kelly Dima, is here. And I also would like to introduce Pat Massey, who is a former president of Library Trustees. And again, I want to welcome you all here to this great celebration. So before we talk about what's new in this building, I want to start with what's always been true about this library and the library system here at Edison. You know, it's never been just a building. You know, it affects people. Is what it does. It affects the residents. It affects the education of people from little to the older. You know, I always say this. I remember myself, and I still remember it, being 5, 6 years old, and my mother would bring me to the library, and there would be reading, you know, stories, and it was so, it's ingrained in me. Like, I still remember that. I remember the teachers that did that. Like, that's how it was such a part of my life. You know, this library in our system, it's It's a promise that knowledge would be accessible, that curiosity would be encouraged, and that everyone in our community would have a place where learning, connection, and opportunities are always within the reach. And that's an opportunity for all the residents. Just a little quick walkthrough of our history. In 1965, this main library opened. It was expanded in 1975, and again in 1987. And because Edison kept growing, it is still growing. The library kept on answering its call and continuing to grow also to meet the needs of our residents. Over the decades, library services also reached far beyond the buildings that we have. New branches opened up. The Bookmobile started in 1973, and we're continuing with that. We are going to be purchasing another Bookmobile probably within the next year. So we'll have multiple Bookmobiles running throughout the township. You'll see the library employees at events. So we're not just in the buildings, we're actually bringing the library out from the buildings into the community. So why does this renovation matter? Why is it so important? So it's not just a grand opening. It's the next chapter in the long tradition of the library providing Edison residents with many opportunities that we as a library can offer. This renovation has been about making the library ready for the way people live, learn, and connect, while staying true to what a library is supposed to be: welcoming, inclusive, and excellent. And a project doesn't happen just because one person has a good idea. It happens because a lot of people show up and do the work. And I personally want to thank those people, the staff and the administration, what they dealt with to continue the services at this library, to continue during these renovations. We had upstairs closed, then we had downstairs. Downstairs closed and upstairs. And things still worked. People were still able to come. You know, so I want to give a hand clap to those. And, you know, the other backbone to the library system is the Board of Trustees. And this program, this idea of renovation started back in, I think around 2020, could be a little before that. But the Board of Trustees from 2020 on have been the backbone of supporting the ideas that have been brought up, and you know, just allowing make things happen when the director and the administration have those ideas of what they want to do to provide to the residents. So I want to again thank you all for being here, and this is just a great time of celebration in the library's history in our town. So with that, I'd like to invite Mayor Sam Joshi up to come and say a few words.
Good morning, everyone, and Happy New Year. It is so wonderful to be here on this beautiful, beautiful day. I can't tell you how exciting it is for a community, because libraries are the foundation. Libraries and education is the foundational bedrock of every society. That is true in every part of this world. And in Edison, we take great amounts of pride in our education system, as well as the services that we have that supplement it. And one of those happens to be our robust library system. We have truly one of the most, and by numbers, literally, one of the most robust library circulation systems in the state of New Jersey. And that's a testament to our community and how much education and learning means to all of us. So here in Edison, you look around right now, yes, we have 3 libraries, we have a bookmobile, and yet all of them continue to thrive. And we want to make sure that we facilitate this as well. Today, when you look around, you will see the works of the Library Board of Trustees, the director, all of the staff who put in so much effort into what has amounted to over or just under $2 million worth of renovations. And that's something to be proud of, because it was needed and it will continue to play a big role in our future. Strategically, we've also had this library here right next to TJ, our middle school. And we're pretty confident that by having these renovations and by having a teen space, by having a cafe and automating a lot more things within the library system, making it more modern too, we're going to continue to make sure that over the next few decades to come, these renovations will last. It's something to be extremely proud of. Again, I am very humbled and honored to be here, and I look forward to seeing this library system grow. Keep up the outstanding work, and to all the kids that are in the room right now, have fun learning.
Thank you very much, Mayor, and thank you for being here, taking time out of your busy schedule. I know this is a busy weekend for you. Some of us will be there tomorrow to see you and the new council members be inaugurated, and it's an exciting part to be here in Edison. So let me just tell you a little bit about how this library changed through the renovation. You're now on the lower level, which has always been the children's and teen area. What was created here was a automated material handling room. So beginning tomorrow, patrons can return their books 24/7, put them in the slot, and the books will be automatically checked in. We are one of the 4 libraries in the state that actually have equipment like this. We never had a space down here for a cafe, and that is to be determined how that's going to operate and how that is going to function. We have very hungry middle schoolers who come here every day after school, who are waiting to see what our new vending machines and/or what else we're going to do in that space for them. We finally have a dedicated teen space, which currently now has about 100 boxes of books that we have to still unpack and tag. But we're looking at the Teen Advisory Board for them to give us some guidance on what they would like to see in their teen space. Behind me is a new meeting room, which is going to be the children's program room with a storage area. We have already installed upstairs a new state-of-the-art equipment, video equipment. We'll also be able to do broadcasting and do hybrid programs. This will be available down here as well. We have basically divided this floor into 3 areas of learning. This demarcation in the middle worked out really perfect for us. This entire side is devoted to early learning. And so this is where you would find your board books, your easy books, picture books. We are looking at a children's play area down here as well as this is where we have our children's learning computers. And it may not seem exciting to you, but if you look behind you, you will see that we now have 3 beautiful new bathrooms, which will, I mean, if you look at, you know, what's important, bathrooms are very important, and they are beautiful. Open up the door, take a look at them. They're beautiful. They really are gorgeous. On the second floor, we also have some new dramatic spaces. We never had a defined makerspace. And so we now have a new makerspace upstairs on the upper level. And we've just received a grant of $3,000 for makerspace programming from LYB, who is becoming a new partner with us. They want to help us in having some of their scientists come and help do learning here in our makerspace. So that really is exciting. And they had been part of this process when we got the new makerspace. We created some administrative offices, boring, of course, but the most exciting part, I would say, upstairs is we never had study rooms in this building. We have 4 new study rooms, and we actually have a fully equipped conference room. So those spaces upstairs are constantly being used by the public. It's really funny when you come in, and we were basically on one floor. The public comes in, they're like, okay, just show me where the books are. And I can see tomorrow when they come in here, they're gonna go, oh, okay, just show me where the books are. They are really, our public has really adapted here in Edison to our changes. And that's one of the many changes that are happening this year. As many of you know, our North Edison branch is currently in the process of being renovated and expanded. And we expect that that will open during the summer, we hope mid-July, in time for summer reading. We are starting to look at a small project to update the Clara Barton branch, which has shown an increase in usage as the neighborhood itself has gone through changes. And we have a new bookmobile on order that will replace our current bus that we're currently using. So 2026 is definitely the year of change for the Edison Public Library. And our goal 2 years from now is to reach that every single household in Edison with a library card, and to reach that number of 101 million items being borrowed out of the library each year. So I think we are on our way to doing that. And I think we've really made strides in the last couple of years that I've been here. I would also like to follow up what Anthony said. None of this could be possible without the support of the Board of Trustees and the community. But most importantly, we have a fantastic staff who I wouldn't say single-handedly, because they all work together to move a lot of the material up and down on the floors, so that they made sure that everything was where it was supposed to be. And so I would say for all of this, yes, the movers brought the boxes in. We still have 500 boxes to go through, but the staff's been going through the boxes, tagging the books, making sure that they're shelf ready, and making sure that this place is ready to open for tomorrow. So the staff really need to be commended for a job well done. We're all very proud of them. I thank many of you for being here, and I also want to acknowledge that many of our colleagues from libraries around the county and the state are here, and I would just like to acknowledge a couple of them. We're not in this alone. If there's an item that we don't own and it's at another library, they're the ones that make sure it comes here so that you can borrow it. And so we have some of our Stella libraries here. I think I see, firstly, Linda Hansen, the director of South Plainfield Library, is here. I see Rebecca Martin from Metuchen. We have Chris and Judy here standing somewhere from South Brunswick. I think they're all here because they all want to see what we did, because I know, especially South Brunswick, they're doing renovation, and Metuchen's just about to do that. We have Brett Bonfield, the executive director of the New Jersey Library Association, who's here with us today, and Eric Lozakis, whose name I always mispronounce, who is the executive director of Stella, which is a library consortium which enables us to share the materials with all the other libraries in 3 counties. A couple of other people who are here today that I would like to acknowledge. We have Joseph, where are you hiding? Joseph is one of the architects who, from Arcari and Iovino, who was responsible for working with us on this project, and he forced his entire family to come here with us today to see what it looks like. We have folks from the Jersey City Public Library here, also to see what was going on. Didn't want to forget you guys. And Jared, if you would kindly stand up. Jared has been our hero for most of the project. Jared has been the project manager, and I must say, I've done other projects with other construction companies, and working with Jared and the company has been an absolute delight. And so he's as equally responsible for everything being perfect. I have never met such a perfectionist in my entire life as he. And so he continues to be a support. I just mentioned something about the light, so he's gonna help us do that. And I see two of our trustees, Ricky and Pallavi, who are on the current board, have been strong supporters this year. And I finally would like to thank the Friends and Foundation. Keith McCoy is not able to be with us today. Sarah's here, the current president of the Friends, who has supported the library. And I think this has been a great occasion for us, and it's the first of, I think, many celebrations in the library this year. So I want to thank you all for coming out to our grand reopening. And once again, thank the mayor for taking his time out of his busy schedule to be here. All of you who know the mayor know he grew up in the North Edison Branch Library. So he was telling us today that I volunteered or was a page actually helping them sort books, which I did not know. I know you always told a story about you studying there and being there a lot. So the mayor really has a strong connection to the Edison Public Library. And so I want to thank you all. We have some refreshments for you. Staff is upstairs. I'll be around. Whereas Deborah's in the back. Deborah can also, our assistant library director, can also show you around. And thank you all once again, and I guess I'll see you in the stacks, upstairs or downstairs, beginning tomorrow. So thank you all.